Good morning, everyone. Dania and Molly, you guys called this meeting to talk about Liz's progress. So let's all start off by introducing each other. My name is Jahan. I'm the superintendent here.
I'm Brittany. I'm Liz's special education teacher.
I'm Maria. I'm the general education teacher.
Hi, I'm Liz.
Hi, I'm Dania. I'm Liz's parent.
Hi, I'm Molly. Liz's mom.
All right. So let's start out by addressing some of your concerns.
Well, the reason we called the meeting today is because we think that it's time for Liz to be taken out of special education classes altogether. Because her disability is so small, and she's been in special education for 2 years that we think, and now that she's into a new school, coming into middle school, we think it's time that she is put back with her peers and taken out of special education classes.
Okay. Liz, how do you feel? Do you feel like you're ready to be in general education full time?
I think so. I don't really like being in my special education classes. I don't really have friends there. It's not really challenging. I don't think I learned as much as I could. I don't like leaving my regular classes to go to special classes.
Okay. Let's hear from her teachers.
Hi. Well, like I said, I'm Liz's special education teacher, and I, however, feel that she needs to be in special education full time because even though she's progressing in some subjects, she's not progressing in all of them. And I feel that being in the class, I can really help her out more, and she would be more able to do the assignments well as opposed to going to a regular class full time where it can be very challenging and overwhelming. So it would be in her best ability to stay in the special education class.
Okay, and what kind of grades is she getting in your class?
She's doing well in English, however in math she is getting a C, but I do feel because she's already in the special education class for math, it would be good for her to just stay in with her English classmates, so she's more able to be able to have help when she needs it.
Okay. Maria, how do you feel?
Well, I have noticed improvement in this. She's doing very well in English and other classes. That, as Brittany said, she's not doing very well in math. She's getting C's. So I think that for her it would be better to stay in special education classes because the accommodations that Brittany made for her over there are better than accommodations that I can for her. Accommodations in my classes are not to the full extent that
What do you guys think about what was just said in terms of, she's doing well. You're doing very well, Liz. Okay. But we just feel that it would be better for you to stay in there at least for a little while longer to make sure that she gets all the help that she needs and make sure that we're not throwing her back into general education too fast and,
Well, we're not just coming out of nowhere saying that she needs to be taken out. She's been telling us for a while now that she thinks that she can do better outside of special education. So we really want to take her concerns into consideration.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to say, Liz?
I just want to let you guys know that I really like my regular education classes. I like being with my friends, whereas in special education I don't really have friends. So it's nice to be included with everyone else.
Okay. All right. Well, we don't want to keep you out of class for too long. So thank you for coming and being here. And you can go back to your class now.
Bye, everyone.
So it's not only the academic side that I'm worried about with Liz in the special education classes. She's acting out recently. She's coming home from school not in a good mood. She's snapping at me, and I know it's because a lot of the students in her special education courses do have disability, behavioral problems. So if she's acting out, I don't want my child in a class with people who are, with students who are bad influences.
Since you're the special education teacher, why don't you tell us kind of what goes on in the classroom? Are there a lot of children who are disruptive and rude, and do you think that it's influencing her in a negative way?
I try to make sure to accommodate everyone. I try to make sure that everyone behaves correctly, but it's very hard with everyone having a disability. But I try my hardest by having Liz go to a student that may be calmer and not as snappy towards another individual. So I try to pair them up strategically, and I feel that it's better for her to learn with another student that has a disability so they can relate and they have that pace of going slow, as opposed to being in a class with our other students where she may feel pressured to do the same assignment, and she might feel discouraged because she won't do as great as her friends will do.
She's doing well. So there's no need for her to stay in that special education class because she's doing well in Maria's classes. The only thing she's struggling with is math, but that's in both your classes. So clearly she's just not doing well in math.
Why not just be in general education where she can make more friends? Because to be honest, right now she doesn't really have any friends.
The difference is that in special education, she can receive extra help that maybe is not available in regular education classes.
But obviously it's not helping her. She's getting a C there and a C in your class too.
Well, my only concern is with Liz academic progress in math because in my class she's behaving really well. That's not a problem. Her behavior is not a problem in the class. Maybe we can work together to
Okay, if I may, okay, because I want you guys to know that I heard all of your concerns, okay? She's getting C's in math, and her general education coursework is B's, C's. She's getting some A's. So she is doing fairly well. But I just want you to realize that while she's in these special education classes, she's getting extra help, she's getting extra time, the work is a little bit easier. So I'm, like I said, afraid that if we put her into the regular courses, that her grades are going to start to go down. As far as the behavioral issues, okay, she's acting out at home and everything like that. From what they've just said, that this is not happening in school, that she's not acting out. I'm not saying that their behavior, the students in the class, is not a factor. However, I'm saying that if she needs this help and it's necessary, we don't want to take her out of it just because she's having a few issues. We have great counselors here that can talk to her and perhaps provide, her with some extra psychological support. I'm going to take a guess and say that she's acting out because she's feeling isolated. Her friends are not in the class with her and everything, and that's understandable. But she can work through these issues. We don't want to deprive her of help that she really needs, just because of these little obstacles that we can overcome.
Well, right. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
If she's not having a good time in school, she's going to come home, and that's what she's left with. She's left with a negative perception of school. She doesn't want to do her homework. She's snapping at me, so
She's not comfortable in her special education classroom. She has nobody that she can sit down and talk to or even be friends with. And if you're not comfortable in a classroom, how are you going to learn when you're sitting there thinking about how much you hate being there? It's just, we think it's unfair for her to be in like 3 of her classes in special education when in reality I don't think she needs it. She's reading the same books as the other students in her grade level. She's doing well in her essays. Like, we see her grades, she's making progress.
Okay, so just to reiterate a little bit, we do have counselors that can provide her. I see you guys are not interested in that.
that's not
She
necessary.
doesn't need a counselor. She needs to be taken out of the classroom.
Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna set some new goals for her. Okay. I think we can reach a compromise because you guys want her out. We think that she should be in. All right. Right now she's in 4 hours of special ed. We agree that she needs to stay in math, so let's pull her out of all of her other special education classes. Just put her in the math special ed, and then she'll have general education for everything else. And then we'll come back in a couple months and reassess her progress. What do you guys think about that?
That works.
I think that's
That works for everybody? Okay. All right. So that sounds good. If there's any issues, we will be in contact. And thank you all for coming.
Thank you.